Morning. Hope you all had a really good weekend. We did. We took Wilson, the dog, to go and meet up with all of his brothers and sisters. All the other dogs from the same litter as him from when he was a puppy that he hasn't seen for a long time. We did it a couple of weeks ago and I sort of forgot to film it, if I'm honest. But this weekend I took a little bit of footage, which you can see now. And it was hilarious, and it was noisy as well. So he had a great time. Hope you all had a good one. Clearly, as you can see from the fact that I'm freezing cold and it's actually snowing all around me here, I'm not in Barcelona. But as I film this, F1 testing is literally getting underway. I think literally about 5 minutes ago as I'm filming this right now. I've just seen very quickly the first pictures of the Toro Rosso and the Force India, of course, that were unveiled in the pit lane this morning. There's some interesting features on them both. I'll try and have a slightly more in-depth look at those later on, although it may have to wait slightly. I've got a really busy week at home this week because we've got builders coming in to our house at the start of next week. I'm away in the States this weekend, so I've only got a few days essentially to get everything ready for the builders turning up. And of course, like everybody, we are nowhere near ready. So I've got loads to be getting on with, as well as all of the F1 stuff that I would really like to cover too. So I'll do my best to cover as much of F1 testing and of the new car performance and everything else as I can, but it may come in dribs and drabs, so apologies for that. In the meantime though, what I thought I might do is ask you guys what you would like me to talk about from F1 testing. Was rather than sort of give a blow-by-blow account of what's happened, there's plenty of people there that are doing that. You can follow that on Twitter and all sorts of different social platforms. There are lots of websites giving you minute-by-minute accounts of what every single car is doing, so we don't need that. But do you want some bits of the cars explaining? Do you want to know what the teams are up to over the course of testing? Do you know what the point of an installation lap is? Do you know what some of these great big aero rake sensors that are all over the car for testing are? The light that's flashing down onto the floor underneath the Toro Rosso? Things like that. Is that worth me explaining? Do you want some of those answers? And if you do, pop some comments in the box below. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about over the course of this week. And I will do my best to try and cover as much of it as I can. Things to look out for are going to be lots of development around the bargeboard areas. So far, some of the car launches have all been digital renders, so we'll finally get to see the real cars for the first time, and some of those will mean that they will have different elements than we saw in the launch pictures. There's going to be a lot of development around the halo area and the fairings that the teams are allowed to utilise around the halo. Already this morning I've seen pictures of some quite interesting looking shapes and fairings sort of being grafted onto the side of those halos, so that's quite an interesting area that we haven't had before. We're going to see lots of different sensors, lots of different aerodynamic devices, testing only devices that are going to be bolted all over these cars, cameras, all sorts of things that are going to sprout off them, make them look slightly strange, but all there of course to be collecting huge amounts of data over the course of this week, which is invaluable at this time of the year. So anyway, do let me know what you'd like from me over the course of this week, and I will do my best to try and bring you as much of that as I can. In the meantime, probably I think the next video I'll try and cover the 2 car launches that happened this morning, but I'll also probably try and do a video on exactly what the teams are up to over the course of testing, because I think that's quite an interesting subject. In the meantime, like this video if you have, please do subscribe to the channel, and anything I do of course over the next week or so you will not miss. Share it around and tell your mates, that'd be great, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-da! By the way, I've got to say a massive thank you to everybody who's either subscribed to the vlog, who's watched the videos, and in particular all the people that have taken the time to comment on the videos that I've posted, particularly over the last week or so. with the F1 car launches. I've been utterly blown away by the number of people that have watched them and the number of people that have engaged with them and asked me questions, give me feedback. I genuinely really appreciate it, so please do really keep it coming. I'm loving the YouTube platform. It feels like a really interactive platform as well. Really enjoying engaging with you guys, much more so on this one than I ever have done on things like Twitter or Instagram. So please do keep that coming, because this channel will only become a decent channel and will only sustain itself as a decent channel with your help, which is what I said in the very first vlog video. So thank you, really appreciate it. Right, I'm off to go and warm up. It's freezing.